Hey there, you filthy animals. Mr. Dirty back with another episode of the GTM show, and today from the frozen food department we've got Tombstone Pizza back on the show again. And I don't think this is a limited edition item or limited time or anything like that, because it doesn't say so across the front of it. Normally they like to brand that right up there, big box letters and stuff, but this time around it doesn't say that. I don't think I've ever had this one before, at least I don't recall ever seeing it. This is the garlic bread pizza, and it's the pepperoni version, so there is the package you're looking for if you're looking for this in stores. And I say that because, you know, the way that they put the pepperoni on there kind of implies that there might be other varieties of this one, maybe a cheese version or a supreme version, but all I saw was the pepperoni. Now on the back of the package, you're going to have your nutrition fact chart and your list of ingredients, cooking instructions there also. Go ahead and take all that in. Pause the screen if you need to. Yeah, and the picture on the front looks like it could be just a picture of their normal pepperoni pizza. If we tilt to the side there and kind of peek in through the packaging under that cover sheet there, I don't see any seasoning or anything, you know, special going on with the crust there. I'm not quite sure what they mean by garlic bread pizza. Maybe the entire crust, maybe like before the sauce and everything went on there, maybe the whole thing is just a big old piece of garlic bread. Either that or it's just around, you know, the edges there. No idea. Cooking instructions have us putting this into the oven at 400 degrees Fahrenheit for about 21 minutes, it said, 19 to 21 minutes. But to do so, we have to take the wrapper off. So let's do so now and take a peek at the frozen disc. Alright, and there's a look at the frozen pizza before it goes in the oven. You can see the amount of pepperonis and cheese that you get. But yeah, looking at the edges and whatnot, I still am not seeing how, you know, where the garlic bread comes in. So it's got to be under the cheese somewhere, right? So let's go stick this in the oven for whatever they said, 19-21 minutes, and then we'll come back and see what we have for our Tombstone garlic bread pepperoni pizza. Stick around. Alright guys, we're back. We've got our Tombstone garlic bread pepperoni pizza out of the oven where it's been in there for about 20 minutes. We let it go about the halfway mark there between the 19 and the 21. And bam, there's what you get right out of the oven. Still uncut. You can see it did puff up a little bit, I would say. Well done. You see everything's a little toasty around the edges, but the middle there, you know, nice. Cheese melted out perfectly. Pepperonis, nothing's burnt. Just give it that. Nothing's burnt. Not even the bottom of it. If there's somehow we can just lift this up and show you. Bottom of it. Yeah. Nothing burnt. Very greasy pizza. I see some pooling going on with the cheese and on top the pepperoni. Now, it does have a very greasy appearance going on here. But yeah, looks pretty delicious. But all the same, before, even in its frozen state, now while it was cooking, doesn't smell like garlic bread at all. Time to cut it up and try a slice. Alright, I grabbed myself a tiny little slice there. And now you can see, you know, how thick it is, you know, the dough-wise toppings and all that. Still, not really seeing where the garlic bread is coming in. So we're just going to have to go in on this and find out. Down the hatch. Okay, yeah, it seems like the entire crust is just a big piece of garlic bread that they've thrown sauce and cheese and pepperonis on. Maybe a little extra seasoning, because it does taste a little bit like garlic powder. The cheese and the sauce on this, very reminiscent to like pizza that you would get from, say, the fair. Let me narrow down the flavor on the pepperoni real quick. Alright, it's a zesty little pepperoni, not the flavorless kind. Doesn't have like a overly beefy flavor either. Seems like it's a type of mix going on. Now the dough, as it seems like it's kind of a thicker dough, it doesn't come across as dry at all, or undercooked or anything like that. There's a good coating of that sauce on there. And like I say, it's like the fair sauce, so it's kind of like sweet sauce. And it's really soaked in. The whole time that it's been cooking in the oven, it seems to have just saturated in and permeated, like I would say 3/4 of that crust going down. At the same time, it's not soggy by any means. This all chews up real nice, and it's not soggy, it's not dry. I'm also going to go one step further and say it might also have something to do with the fact that it's garlic bread that we're dealing with here, so it kind of implies that there was some sort of like a butter going on here also. The garlic flavor, it's not like a real slap in the face kind of garlic. It's nice and mild, and it just kind of melds in with the whole thing. And I hope that there are other versions of this out there, because I would definitely like to try a supreme version or an Italian sausage version of this pizza. I would definitely get this again. I'm going to give this a high 4 out of 5. Alright, so there you have it, the Tombstone garlic bread pepperoni pizza. Definitely, if you see this one, give it a try. I'm Mr. Dirty. This is the GTM show. Don't forget you can buy Knucklehead shirts and hoodies down in the description. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram at TheRealMrDirty. And as always, get out of here and go have a rotten day.